again. Meeting Committee, Mission 6. According to intel we were able to obtain, the situation was absolutely hopeless, and hardly anyone would be able to take off today. After we had witnessed the enormous tension of ground combat in yesterday's flight missions, the inability to help out our forces in any way oppressed us even more. But the situation had begun to change swiftly by the middle of the day. Thanks to the weather front rapidly moving from west to east, visibility had dramatically improved, and gaps finally started appearing in between the rising clouds. The airfield and the headquarters immediately sprang back to life. The officers of Luftflotte 2 tried to make maximum use of this opportunity. Large groups of bombers were heading for Moscow, and they required reliable cover. Eventually, all combat-effective fighters in JG-52 were put to work. It was obvious that the Russians would not sit idly by in such a situation either. They would have all their available aircraft take off to repel the attacks. Our staff will made a sortie after midday with the task of clearing airspace. We were working at nearly the limit of our Messerschmitt's flying range. I can't say we enjoyed that, not even a little. Fortunately, the Bolsheviks were not persistent enough in their attacks, trying not to get involved in drawn-out fighting. Nevertheless, our strike forces still had some losses in that large-scale, prolonged battle. The crews of the damaged bombers didn't risk returning to their remote bases near Bryansk and Smolensk, and chose to try to land at nearby airfields instead. Radio traffic was filled with requests for assistance and cover over and over again. To the southeast, the fighter airfield in the area of Kiln was a major hindrance. They were very active today, so our next sortie had to suppress their activities. Alright. It is later in the same day from this morning. Long day. Mission 6. Meeting Committee. (10/22/41). It is 4:15 in the afternoon. Overcast, although they said there were breaks, and 1,400 meter ceiling. Woo! And we are Hawk 1. Make a sortie in 3 pairs to serve as combat barrier for isolated bomber groups about to land in Kalinin. The first 4 must temporarily keep the aerodrome in Klin from launching aircraft. You are the leader of the 3rd pair, whose task is to patrol over the Volga Reservoir on the Redkino-Solodelivo line. Keep an eye on your remaining fuel. We have a full tank of fuel. There are 6 of us. First 4 will take off. We'll get the green flare, take off, go northeast, course 125 to Chupryankova Station. The subsequent route is shown on your flight map. 3,000 meters. See, we're going to fly above the clouds at 3,000 meters, 450. Okay. All right. This time I'm going to leave the headset in because we'll see what it actually looks like without. Oh yeah, it does look like it's that top. They just take off. You can see it here. They take that top off, which does come in handy a few times. Vilka, he was actually JG-53. Yeah, but that's all right. Nice big box, half the flight across enemy lines. Okay. First flare. Second group. Once they get clear, we should get our, there's an HE-111. We should get our flare. There's our flare. There's our mission. Here we go. What the? Oh, what was that? Yeah, ceiling looks a lot better today, or later today, this afternoon. And we are climbing up to 3,000 meters. We haven't been that high, and I don't even know in this campaign if we've been that high yet. There's another aerodrome over there, grass strips, compared to our fancier base with some tarmac, or at least a very nice dirt paved dirt, compressed dirt runway. Okay, coming up on 1,000 meters. I'm also trying to fly without those markers on. Apparently that's quite the, oh, you're a noob. You still got all your markers on. So, we'll try this mission without the markers on. And just use the map as both to help out on navigation as well as kind of like being our radar. So at least we know when things are in the area. Coming up on 1,700 meters. We're at 400 kilometers. I can probably actually pull my throttle back a bit, not work the engine so hard. We have crossed the lines. So definitely start scanning for aircraft. Clip this cloud. These are the new clouds. The F-110s are attacking something over there at an airbase. Little IFR here. We're at 2,500 meters, almost to our assigned cruising altitude. A little off course. 2,800 meters. And coming up on 3,000 meters. There we go. Pull our throttle back. Get our speed to about 450. I see aircraft in front of me. Those should be the other flights. Again, people act like they can identify these aircraft when all I see are pixels. But that's cool. I can follow Staffel 1. And when they break off, then I know that there's enemies nearby. A little slow, we'll bump up our speed just a tad. Alright, coming up on a waypoint to turn. And then over the river here is where we're supposed to be running into enemy aircraft. Our flight's up ahead. First flight is not breaking off to patrol. Are they crossing the river? They're going way out there. That's alright though. The new clouds are definitely bigger and more, you know, realistic, I guess. They still, you know, with the limitations of graphics and stuff. I guess they do look a lot better. They're definitely, yeah, I mean, they're definitely bigger, so I can see that definitely changing. You know, dogfights and stuff in these things would be a lot more challenging compared to before. They were just kind of like wisps. Alright, I'm getting a little low. Flying right in the sun, which always makes it easier to spot enemy aircraft. What are those guys way over there? Far enough away they're not IDing. Oh, there are aircraft. Okay, there we go. Back up to 3,000 meters, 400 kilometers an hour. Well, I don't really see, even seeing them on the map, I don't even see my friendlies. Oh, there they are. They stand out against that cloud. Those are some of our returning bombers, I guess. I guess we're essentially escorting him back. Where'd he go? Oh, he's way over there. There he is. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. We dropped into 300 meters. We're coming up on an enemy airbase down there. Off for a wing. There it is. Okay. Nobody behind us that I can see. Wingman's in tight formation today. They're coming up on the front lines. One thing I've noticed on these two missions, which that first mission this morning, I don't think you were really supposed to find anybody because the ceiling was so low. But this one, I bet we've missed a lot of action because, you know, we don't know they're out there without the markers on. But then again, let's see, are the markers going to show me him? See, they're not even showing him. So that's kind of weird. That's alright, I guess. We're getting there. It has us drop to 4,000 feet. I think it's funny that the map shows it in feet, but then, you know, you've got your, you know, metric measurements here, so you have to turn it on to know where you're at. There's a HE-111 going down somewhere. Hopefully that's not the guy we saw over here. No, he's over there. I can see him. I wonder if I was supposed to follow those guys at waypoint 4 across the across the river. And that's what all that activity is. I'm going to feel bad if that's the case. There's an air base. Is that our air base? Right next to the river. It might be. I do think I probably need to start descending. Yeah, I think that's our base there, so chop the throttle and begin a descent. Oh, thank you. Breakfast has been served. Now the cockatiel will go nuts for a while, so I apologize for shrill bird cries. Man, I'm still 1,800 meters up. We'll angle out this way a little bit. How fast are we going? Oh, not bad for a easy descent. I feel kind of bad with 2 missions and no significant action. Especially if I was supposed to fly on over the river there. Not sure which way the wind is going. There's our landing permission. We are heading north into the wind because we got the sun off to our east here. Although, no, it's 4 in the afternoon, so that's the west. So we're actually heading south. It's alright. Still coming in kind of fast. Drop that gear, start slowing us down. Bring in flaps. Gonna be a bit short again. There's our green flare. There we go. Flaps up. Alright, that was a relatively boring mission. I was kind of hoping to get to escort some bombers and stuff. Alright. So, yeah, nothing happened, but apparently we accomplished the mission. Let's see on this events log. We've got over that little city, there were some ground activities, yeah, from, well, the BF-110s. We saw those guys dropping those bombs. Then over here, what do we have? A MiG-3 was destroyed by an Emil? No, an F-2. Oh, that first Staffel. Here's a MiG-23 that crashed. No credit to it. That's it, though. Just two other fighters out there. All right. Okay. So 0 kills, but we didn't see anybody. All right. That was missions 6 and 7, or 5 and 6. Sorry, missions 5 and 6. And I might fly a little bit more later since it's my vacation day, my last vacation day of the year. So, but first I'm gonna log out and eat breakfast. So thanks for watching, and I will check you guys out later on.